Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh,
We've made it to hump day.
finally.
We
Sleep
all
just.
ready to have a good evening with us tonight?
I sure am. I
Me
hope
too.
everyone else is. Uh, well, hello, everyone. For the uninitiated, I'm Jax.
And I'm not.
This is my lovely girlfriend Sleep, and we're Girls Stream Team. And we are excited to be your girls for the evening.
Yeah.
You'll notice that there are no emergency exits, so in the event of a crash, reboot your computer probably.
Get fucked.
Well,
Or
that's
that.
not. That's not the attitude we want to be. um,
In the event of a disaster, please reach underneath your seat. There's nothing there, but it'll let you kiss your ass before you say goodbye.
It's Wednesday, we're halfway through the week, I'm feeling good. I've got so much to do for Queers Fight Transphobia still.
I'm so full of energy. I can't wait
Oh
to play
boy.
the night away
Yeah.
on this funny choo-choo that we stole.
We all sound tired. Hang on. Energy, 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 energy.
Oh,
Oh, that sounded real. Oh. Yeah, Voidtrain. So, it's a bit like Raft, apparently, if you've heard of that one, except train and
yeah,
void
and the
instead of
void.
sea.
Yeah,
So, let's get into it.
let's just fucking do it.
So, let me reshuffle my
It's one of these games. It's been a long time coming that I remember seeing and announced like 3 decades ago, probably.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ah, that's a cool concept," and now it's out.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it was maybe out on Epic in early access for a bit, but now it's out on
Probably.
Steam, so.
Now it's out on a
Yeah.
vehicle we can use.
I'd like to just call your attention to my character here, and the character generator in this lets you do some things.
I have made, I think you and chat will agree, um, the most unhappy librarian.
Oh, I'm excited.
Just the sternest titanium rod up the ass.
Excellent. So let's check this out.
Sometimes the spirit of adventure beckons so much it's pointless to resist it. Some people find enough courage to get on a train and
Oh,
head
he's a
off
bit
into...
he's a bit quiet. Hang on.
No?
Let me try that
In
again.
strange hut, there was nothing.
Yeah. Just let me get in the menu so I can turn you up, you idiot.
Only darkness.
Yeah, bud, let me get into the menu.
I haven't actually
Okay.
seen this. I have no context for anything.
I gotta. Oh, it's very loud now. Hang on. There we go. Audio controls now on my mixer, so I can actually adjust this guy if he's too quiet and
Sometimes
with me.
the spirit of
There
adventure
we go.
beckons so much it's pointless to resist it. Some people find enough courage to get on a train and head off into outer space. No. Also no. Wrong again. These are all wrong stories. Ah, there it is, the forest. This train was passing through impenetrable, dense forests. However, that was not an aimless journey, but a long way up here, right into the heart of the endless snowy nowhere. A perfect place for those who prefer tranquility, silence, and minus 45 degrees outside the window. Brr. Meet the man who made off into this palace of silence. The engineer. He'll be here on watch duty for many long and cold months.
yes,
until the next
we've been
lucky guy
expecting
strides
you.
in to
Melody,
replace him.
hello,
If
welcome.
one
Good to
comes
see
at
you.
Hi,
all, of
hi.
course. But there's no need to feel sorry for him. Although the terrain
you
is
give Melody a
wild,
little
there's
shout
plenty
out?
to see and do around here.
I sure
Especially
can.
if you're curious enough. Fortunately for my story, engineers are almost always inquisitive and attentive. These people notice things that elude the average person.
They made this intro interactive for reasons that escape me.
Fine in this adventure.
Also, yeah, Tree Octopus. That looked really cool.
The chilly wind blew the engineer off the trail, which
Well,
he
welcome,
immediately
Melody. You were
lost
also
sight of.
doing trains.
His fingers
Oh,
instantly
fuck
turned
yeah.
into
Train
ice,
sort of
like
night.
everything else around him.
Train
The
themed
last
night.
hope of salvation, a map of the terrain, treacherously slipped
Also,
out of his hands.
The developers offer you a generous 2 genders to select from in the character creator, which,
In the middle of
whatever.
snowy nowhere, it
But
appeared.
also, whichever one you choose, they use he, him pronouns for
Seemed to be on the engineer's
your
map.
player character in this opening. So,
Anybody
Bug it.
home? This is how it all usually starts.
it's like just sheesh, use they.
Yeah.
In that
Clearly, they
strange
didn't
hut, there was
anticipate
nothing.
anybody to
No
actually
people. No
pick a
warmth.
female character, I guess.
Only darkness.
I mean, they are notoriously hard to rig and model and animate, apparently.
That's what I've heard. If you'd like to join the game, can I join the game?
No, I have to go through some bullshit first.
Ah.
Got to... Like... Raft... Its opening is, like... 10-15 seconds,
If I were you,
And
I'd
then
look for a key. Or
you're
something
just
that
on a
looks
raft
happy.
in the middle of the sea.
Maybe just something heavy.
And that's great. I love that. This game, we already went through the opening because we wanted to make sure that the net play actually worked. And I have discovered 2 things.
Well,
One,
I don't think
I
that's
hate
going
the
to help.
narrator. Just so much. So much less funny than he thinks he is.
A heavy, blunt object. Gotta grab it.
Gotta grab it. Also, too, that line delivery is so weird. And 3, there's an awful lot of setup for a game called Voidtrain. Why can't they just put you on the Voidtrain?
Yeah, here's a train, here's the void. Try not to die.
I'm afraid there's nothing left to fix with a hammer. Any other ideas?
But yeah, I don't think the narrator adds much to this, and I'm led to believe that he's going to be a fixture during the rest of the game.
Oh no. Can we fixture him to the train tracks and problem his trolleys a little bit?
Oh, I'd like to.
Oh, and so my glorious hero, having passed all the hardships of his watch, finally obtains a light in order to notice something strange on the table.
Reads mine so big. I don't know what the is happening.
Also, there's definitely a lot of kind of mixed symbolism going on here, like this Triskelion, I think it is, which is typically a Celtic bit of symbolism, and then there's kind of more Norse-looking runes on these boxes. Anyway. Like, I get that it's going for kind of having a framing device, but I don't know that it needs it.
You are? Okay, I needed to make sure I wasn't talking. But yes, I think the Triskelion is a Celtic sort of thing. It's also like a symbol for BDSM, so that's fun. Maybe
Oh,
those,
sweet.
maybe those crates were full of plugs for various orifices.
Yeah, I'm led to believe that this
You all right?
has a bit more of a narrative to it than a lot of
Oh, you're finally awake.
survival games.
A typical day on watch, huh?
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border like us. I will say, the character animation is fucking great. Like, there's a lot of character in how the player character reacts to things and interacts with the world in this intro piece. I love that. I just hate the narrator. Like, that's maybe petty because we've
This might come in handy.
been with him for not that long, but it's just kind of... He feels like he's a lot... feels like he thinks he's a lot funnier than he actually is, and that's kind of unfortunate. Also, I believe that you can join the session now, and I'm excited to see what you look like.
Jongum. I'm gonna Jongum.
The little guys in the trailer are... I love these little guys. They're very... Oh, Jesus! Hi, Grelod the Kind.
The copy of The Giver is late by 3 years.
Oh, God.
I'm here to Agatha Harkness.
I mean, we were talking about the fucking Polar Express earlier. You do kind of also serve that vibe a little bit.
Uh-huh.
The wormwood-ass woman. Anyway, things I like.
Whee!
We're tethered to the train. We can just pull ourselves back to it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is as far as as either of us have seen into the game, so it's all new from here. Anyway, we've got to look at our diary.
Pretty
Of
much.
course. Such an inventive mind wouldn't have any trouble figuring out the mechanism of a simple trolley.
Yeah. Hey, our Voidtrain is not a train.
It's fine, probably. Well, should we... Oh, take the trolley off the
Needs a-
brake.
On break.
Well,
Oh.
pretty much. Try pulling the other lever.
We're fighting!
All right now. Just slowly.
Headcanoning Sleet's character as Margaret Thatcher after taking up literal dark arts. Oh no! You can't. Oh, what's this?
That's a useful book you've picked up. Is the author some kind of scientist? Or inventor? I hope he's not too upset that he
What?
stole his train.
It's a minigame for pumping this, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Neat. Ooh,
Neat.
hang on. Wait, what's this?
Ah.
Whatever that is.
A squambulator.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Oh. So that's what it does. Hog cranking QTE. Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see some glowy glunkuses over here, though.
Oh.
Oh, on them.
Ooh, yeah, we gotta collect 2 scrap metal and 2 wood, so
That's what I meant.
I guess I'll bring the train to a complete stop. We're gonna have to keep all limbs outside of the train, I guess.
At all times.
Mhm.
Oh, I found an organic. Ah.
Wait. Hang on, there was an interact prompt with these guys.
Oh. Hey, the train tracks aren't real. That's fun.
Yeah, you can kind of fly through them, which I guess is fine, because, like... Kill?! Oh
No!
no! I thought it was gonna be pet or something!
You hit it really hard.
Oh God.
You certainly didn't actually get.
What?
My God, you're a monster.
Tell me about the rabbits again, Sleep. Well, we've come to this weird place and we've brought murder with us.
Found some skunk marbles. Some skunk marbles.
Can we just get pulled along
What
by
was
the train?
that
Oh,
sound?
yeah, we can. Jogged its memory too hard. Aha. Okay, I've collected stuff.
Yay.
Time to build a research table.
I have a couple bits of scrap metal.
Okay. Did anybody see what button I pressed to make a research table happen?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm stuck! Oh!
Wait.
Oh.
The puzzle is beginning to come together. The scientists got here when these soldiers were already here. The scientists either already had or took something of value to these guys. My guess is he's looking for a way to build a portal again, or is he searching for something else here? Something more valuable? There's a picture of a family in his notes. Is it his family? Either way, the scientist obviously knows something, and I want to ask him everything. Are these notes that I made? Or... I think they're meant to be notes that I
Your
made.
diary. Ooh, I found ice,
Sweet.
baby.
If I was going to...
Whoop!
Ah, tea. Diegetically unexplained notes, yeah. How cool would you say ice is on Natural 20? Would you say ice cold? Okay. Ooh, okay. Can get a smelter or a container. I think we gotta get a container, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, except to get a container we need someone who looks suspiciously like an iron bar.
Oh. Oh! Scare. This stuff can really send you flying.
Okay, we need, I think, 2 scrap metal for this thing.
I've got many scrattle.
Oh, then interact with the research table, please.
Hey, what about that giant halo we're running towards?
Oh, I don't know anything about it, but it looks cool. Ow! Okay, so getting rammed into things at high speed is bad for you, it turns out.
Yeah. T T T T T T. Smell tar.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll get a shower or something.
I don't want to go down anywhere.
Can you turn it around? Oh,
There
it
we go.
is.
Okay, no fuel. Create copper or iron.
Oh hey, there's a triangle up ahead.
Cool. Oh no, it's right side up. That's the evil triangle.
Oh shit.
Also, it's got tentacles? Oh, hey, it's a lot more than just a triangle, Jax.
Oh. Yeah, there's like What's the chains? What's any of this?
The Mountain of Woe.
I wondered why the music was kicking in.
Oh, I want to be on our trolley so bad. Okay.
Now, is this going to open or... Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Oh, I remember this thing from the trailer.
I don't.
This is not Guilty Spark. Oh yeah, lots of Norse runes on these pipes.
Uh-oh.
Scare?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I didn't expect to be greeted with balloons and fanfare, but where is everybody?
Where's everybody? Oh boy, new homes for us.
Yay! This is... Yeah, this is
I
not
tell you what to
so
do
much
about
void.
it, but I have no idea.
Great. Why did you
Cool.
say anything?
Then shut the fuck up for once. I want funny orange rocks.
We're
I
not
want
allowed
the
funny orange
candies.
rocks.
I would like a... I was expecting F for flashlight, but it's F for fisticuffs.
Yeah, where are you in here? Oh, sneak in. The non-explained contraption on my arm. You know, yeah, we do just have that weird watch thing. I guess that's just part of our engineer's kit as an engineer.
I hear a snorer.
Me also.
I hear a Snorlax.
Oh,
Why am I not stuffing my pockets with everything I see?
right?
This is unlike me.
There's some perfectly good non-scrap metal we could be having here. What? Oh, did your butt get burnt?
Steam hurt my library buns.
That was weird. I opened that box and everything inside it got catapulted out. And it closed
Cool.
itself again. I will say, game is in early access. Just released into early access on Steam. So
Oh!
yeah, we can just do this, huh? Forgot about that.
Oh, it just kind of pythons itself into the ground.
Hmm.
Cool.
Hey, you open this box. I want you to see it.
Oh! Jumped out and attacked me.
Favorite quote unquote genre of gender options. Oh, favorite genre. Gender options, but then completely ignoring at least one of them, is when they have a non-binary option, but then still exclusively to men and women. Fabledom is excellent, but does this.
Hmm.
Favorite genre of. Hey, that of makes that sentence suddenly make a lot more sense.
You know, if you really think about it, gender is just the genre of the soul.
True.
Oh.
This video game has been very good at hand-holding. Oh, yeah, okay. Jumping puzzle. Ow, okay, yeah, that does hurt.
Yeah.
Thing. Well, the goddesses of time and fate can't weave a long life path for everyone. Well, at least he won't be needing a revolver anymore.
Man, my experience is not improved by having the narrator here.
Yeah, really. It is improved with this sweet gun, though.
Mm-hmm. A weak secondary weapon with an infinite supply of
Who do you
power
think
and ammo.
this skeleton was? So many diagrams on the table.
Whoops.
Some kind of designer. Well, used to be.
So that worked pretty well.
Well, now we know that your gun works, so that's good.
Yeah. I'm going to be very unsafe with this firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the way you kind of strafe with it when you angle it.
Well, we got some kind of blueprint, I think.
He left the combination of the safe right out in the open. That was a great idea. But don't ever do the same thing, okay? I got an idea. We're gonna need those parts soon.
Buddy! You're narrating this story, ostensibly. You're telling this story. What? Are you collaborating with us? What is your... Oh...
Yeah, is he us? Is he watching us? Is there like a little gerbil in my pocket with a very deep voice? I'm choosing to presume it's a gerbil.
Is it possible to turn him off? God, maybe.
That would be lovely.
I did see someone in the reviews begging for a volume option for the
There's
narrator
a
exclusively.
character volume.
Yeah, but there might be other characters that aren't the narrator that don't suck.
True.
So that's the thought. Is loot instanced? When I picked that stuff up, did it vanish for you also?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, he says stuff before you can get the chance to
Oh my
acknowledge them yourself.
god.
What?
Oh, this is just the first time I've actually seen your face in good lighting up close.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he says stuff before you can acknowledge it yourself, like that whole, oh, this looks like it was an architect or a designer or
Yeah,
something.
I'm
It's
still
like,
halfway down that chute.
it's like, bud, can you maybe let us draw some conclusions?
I'm having a wonderful time. Sorry, I really like this pistol.
Yeah, like,
Now about my brilliant idea and the details. The console on the platform looks suspiciously similar to the device.
Buddy,
in the
you're
blueprint.
telling
It
a
was mentioned
story.
there in the train
Why are
operating
you giving us
paragraph.
suggestions in your story? Who are you telling this story to? Oh, whatever. Ooh. Oh. Build a module upgrade wagon. I guess we're upgrading the wagon.
An engineer. Truly an engineer.
Sure, bud.
Some of the fonts feel a bit out of place. They're a little, I don't know, cartoony, maybe?
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
feel like a nice Art Deco font would have gone pretty well.
Like, I recognize this font. I can't remember what it is, but I do know that I used it on a cocktail menu for my dad's 75th birthday. So yeah, maybe there's a lot of, you know, polish to be given to this, but like,
Yeah, can they polish away the narrator?
that'd be nice. So what? Don't know what half of these menus are for here. Okay. What's that? Oh, and I guess we're going. All
Okay.
items left in the depot will be destroyed. Oh,
Whoa!
cozy up with Pupper.
That was very fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So how's this iron bar looking?
Oh, why do I have fat in my inventory?
Oh,
I
think we-
don't. I have the potential for
The leech is
fat.
not clever or intelligent. You can hardly call it dangerous either.
Cool.
Thanks. Also mean.
Oh.
There we go. It's cooking.
Ooh, this needs like 1 wood. Now, did you just say that? Or is there one of them stuck to the train somewhere?
I don't see any.
Yeah, I don't want to be excessively negative about stuff because, like, I like video games, I want to have a good time with video games, but...
Yeah. And having one bad thing doesn't make the game bad.
Yeah.
We can...
Oh, that's a leech, I guess.
Ah.
Yeah,
Looks
having
like
one
shit
bad
that-
thing doesn't make the game bad necessarily, but if it's going to be a pervasive part of it, like the narrator, that's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, mechanically it seems fun, and the creature design's amazing. Like, so much of the art design of this is really interesting. Ooh, that looks...
I really enjoy being a floaty.
Research and build container 1. Okay. Can do. Oh, I need wood.
It's a really good concept too. One of the in a gameplay sense, the thing I really enjoyed about Raft is that it's a base builder, but the base is always coming with you. So you're constantly out exploring for resources, but it's constantly right next to base, and that's a really nice feeling because it's not like you have to leave all your hard work behind to go make any progress. And this is a very creative way to approach that same sort of idea.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Raft is one of my well, I don't know if I'd say one of my favorite games, but definitely one of my more enjoyable things to play with you.
It was a lot of fun playing that one.
I love to order in a big fish dinner and get some pina coladas and just chill on our raft. Whoops.
Okay, I need a couple of bits of wood. Ah, I see that you have become the killer of creatures.
I've done a big murder.
I really wanted to like Raft, but play through it like 5 times, various stages of early access, so you burnt yourself out on it. I feel that we did that a bunch, and what helped us, I think, was just going for vastly different boats each time.
Yeah.
Like, the boat that we took to the end game was...
The last one was so good.
It's very good. The Lazar's Revenge.
Yeah, that's right.
We decided, hey, what if we just build like a big boat-ass boat? And it was like
The big pirate ass ship.
Age of Sail kind of pirate ship with a couple of kind of catamaran outriggers with wheels on them, paddle wheels. Good fun, good video game. Seems like a cool, chill podcast game. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I could see us playing this and putting on whatever. Like, our watch through of the 1980s Twilight Zone has been interrupted because abruptly the videos all got made private. So, sorry, I'm brain jamming here a little bit.
I think I invented wire.
Sweet.
I think.
So we did find the 2000s Twilight Zone on YouTube, which is so much better. Like
It really is.
classic Twilight Zone is very good. 1980s
Despite
Twilight
the fact
Zone,
that they've got a remix of the Twilight Zone theme as performed by Korn,
yeah,
which is about as wild as you would expect.
yeah. The that 2000s Twilight Zone is just you'll be hooked on the concept of whatever they're introducing, and then suddenly this fucking Korn-ass version of the Twilight Zone theme will kick in, and it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is
To
happening?
be fair, wasn't the 85 one who did that? Wasn't it like Grateful Dead or something like that?
I think so, yeah, but they didn't fuck with the formula that much. The secret
No,
formula.
the secret formula.
Oh, okay. Research and build workbench 1. Okay. We need more copper, I think? Wait, what?
What's happening? Hello?
Hey, there's tracks over there.
Oh, maybe they're friends.
Yeah.
Can you see it too? Or am I hallucinating already?
Trolley handle blocked by the quest. Well, that sucks.
D-
Oh, hold F to look closely.
Can they see us? Hey!
what?
Hail and well met, friends.
Well, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Cool!
Cool quest. Okay, so I got good news, Jax.
Uh-huh.
There's no friendly fire in this game.
Well,
Just in case you're curious.
I was wondering why you were shooting your gunses, and now I know it was because you were you were right up behind me as I was looking at my journal and being like, "Long live the king."
Okay, researching basic components.
Sweet.
And workbench 1.
Good on Sleep to allow me to be the test subject of friendly fire experiment. I never get to be the test subject.
No, never. Okay. Workbench 1 needs, oh yeah, a wood and a iron.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my stuff in the container because I got a lot of wood.
Oh, bless. The game probably told me that space and controls send you up and down, but I only just realized it myself.
That's okay.
To be fair, I didn't get the intro that you got. So any of this, why we're here, or this thing on my arm, or any of that, I've no clue.
It's okay, it didn't explain a lot of this. Building limit... the research table, that's fine. I was about to get very upset. You get a 1 research table. Toot. I kind of like the little mini game that they've got for this.
Yeah. I was confused at first because I thought we were cooperating with it somehow. I was trying to parse what was you and what was me.
R to rotate. So what can we create with the work?
Oh, I'm stuck again. Whoa.
Okay, we can create a bunch of crafting trinkets. You good?
Yeah. Some of those Gushy pods are like red and angry.
Oh.
So I just thought I'd do it a quick murder.
That's fair. Hey, there's something big and wiggly over there.
Yeah, I've been kind of noticing that. It looks like hopefully kelp, hopefully not a big tail or wing or something. Hopefully it's a void kelp.
Kelp. Could be space whale. Maybe it's just waving at us.
Maybe.
Large wiggler. Okay, what else do we have to research?
A bigler.
Ooh, lab 1. Ooh, okay, we need a little wire and a spring to research lab 1.
Labuan. James. Gears, bolts, springs, pipes, and wires. Cool. Now is it scary bad time music, or is it just...
That's approaching the gate music, I think. Look at it go. Okay, let's see. What was it? It was like copper wire and spring. I've got a copper bar in here, so I'm gonna just... There we go.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of copper in the smelting.
Sweet. I think we need 1 iron for the spring, though. Do you have like an iron?
Well, I do actually.
Sweet.
Oh.
Well, here comes the funny gate.
Hello, funny gate. It kind of looked like this thing was going to talk to us because the way it unfolds, it gets big lips. But
Oh my god!
so far, nothing.
That's okay. I'm pretty okay with the amount of people we have talking to us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I could do with 1 less, I think.
I see. Can't expect a warm welcome. That's a shame.
What you talking about, bud?
Well, let's what was it? It was research the lab and return the slab.
Yeah. Oh. Resources in this box will not be saved if you leave without picking them up. A builder box. I don't know what that is.
Me neither. Ooh.
Ooh, this generator sounds like it's running. Okay.
We better catch it.
Open?
Big crane.
Open what?
I wonder... Is the builder box... Well, maybe it'll explain to us at some point. Who knows? I know that we've got a waypoint for exploration, but I do want to check out what's over here also.
Where are you? Why aren't you part of my brain vision?
That's a good question. Train of Void.
There you are. I want to know what's under this cloth. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Why do I have a pickup prompt for that?
Yeah, it said open to me before. Now it says pick up. It's an early access machine. Wow.
We're not allowed to perceive it in our current state of development. Oh my god. Just a ton of shotgun rifle and hunter ammo. Okay.
Oh. Sweet.
It said boop.
It did.
Look at
Do you remember when the narrator was telling us about what a unfortunate that we weren't getting a warm welcome?
Oh yeah, there's
what
bullets.
was he talking about?
Ow.
There's what? Hey, I think they're lobbing friendliness pellets at us.
Oh, then we should open our mouths. Oh, I hit him and some numbers came out.
Ah, his numbers fell off.
Okay, there are red things to shoot that do explode, so take heed, I guess.
It's a video game.
Yeah. That fire extinguisher exploded. That seems unsafe.
Yeah, that's good. Extinguish a fire. Anyway.
Yeah, we do just have some guys here, it seems like.
Yeah, what the heck?
Oh, a revolver module.
Yeah, I just found one of those too.
Okay.
What's that sound? Is there someone else in here?
What sound?
I don't know. Hey,
Jesus.
I reloaded my revolver and it did something weird.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of came to pieces and did something very cool looking.
Well, you just kicked that guy's body into hell.
That's what he deserves. Locate the source of the sound. What sound? Video game.
Ah.
Okay, invincible wooden crate. Yeah, I don't know how to describe what happened, but
What
chat
is-
saw it and it was very cool.
Nice. What is
What
on
is
this mug?
Oh, which mug? Oh, a little guy.
This is like a little guy on it.
I love little guy mug. The sound the narrator heard. Yeah, I guess. Hey, this looks sacrificey.
Alright, I'm ready. Oh, hey, I learned something awful.
What's that?
Look down at your feet and start turning. Look at how bad your body is.
Oh. See, this is usually why
Yeah,
you're looking.
I got two shoulders like anybody else, one right in front of the other.
Woofa doofa. Does the narrator consider that sound might be his own voice? Could be. Also, I love it when rocks do this. I love columnar formation, or whatever that is. Give me a Giant's Causeway any day.
Giant stepping stones.
I like that they do highlight the resources.
Yeah.
It did make me wonder what the fuck I was looking at for a moment. Oh! Oh, great. I guess we're going to encounter that at some point.
Oh, wonderful.
Does your thalassophobia apply to the big open void of wherever the fuck we are?
I guess we'll have to see, huh? Maybe it depends on how foggy it is. Is that a cabbage? No, that's paper.
Oh yeah, we're definitely an engineer.
Repeating once again, a self-made trolley, small with armed. Motives unclear, presumably linked to... The personnel has been eliminated on post number... Permission granted to open fire to kill. Over and out.
Neat.
They think we're connected to someone. We got here on a scientist trolley, through
Shut
we're
up!
notes, we're following his trail.
Shut
Maybe that's who they're talking
the
about.
fuck up! The fuck up, shut! You were narrating a story to begin with, and now you're in the story, but you're not the Stanley Parable, so please!
It's police, shut up.
Trust your players to be able to figure these very simple things out, for God's sakes.
Really?
Maybe keep the narrator in as like a super guide. Hey, do you want to turn fucking Funky Kong mode on?
Yeah, really. Oh, be careful.
That tasted like hurting.
Sorry,
Narrator
I didn't think you'd run right up to it and then stop moving. Or I wouldn't have shot it.
I wanted to see what would happen. And then I taught you an important lesson about the consequences of your actions.
Well, I think the consequences would have been okay had you not done that.
Oh, the pick
Oh,
up thing.
now it's nothing. Well, it seems normal.
Yeah, exactly. That we have notes, which well, maybe we didn't note down anything for that. Whatever. But yeah, like putting that stuff in the notes feels like the thing to do, because this narrator is just making me so upset.
It's so bad.
Like, wait, hang on. What?
Ah,
We don't
I
have
don't
enough
have
tokens.
tokens. Give me some fucking tokens.
I want to play the fucking slot machine video game. Why would you put a slot machine in it and not give us things to interact with it?
Rifle ammo. Oh,
Oh. It's kind of an exchange-o-mart.
Huh.
Get tokens at later stations. Okay, fair enough.
it's a circus of value.
So what's our early read on this one? I am having fun. The narrator...
I would like to turn the narrator off. Otherwise, I'm really enjoying it so far.
The narrator needs to please be quiet. I'm still unclear on what all these little hotspots are for. Maybe that'll become clear later. Oh, hey, we can name our thing.
Ooh.
Really? That's all the letters we have? Oh, that's not all the letters we have. There we go. I have named our train.
Oh boy. Yay!
The Rusty Shackleford. Ooh. Okay, we need to build a lab. Let's see what's on the slab. Copper wire and a spring.
Jax, my satiety is at a critically low value.
Mine too. The game hasn't taught us about eating yet. No space for the finished product. I disagree with you thoroughly, game, but whatever. Oh, on the workbench. Right. Can I...
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, so we can eat organics.
No, I was hoping that wouldn't be a thing. Oh! Hey, I'm looking at the revolver mods that I picked up. I see. A heavy grip and a basic frame booster. Not a booster.
Oh, heavy frame geezer.
I don't know what any of those mean or how they're different from what I've got now.
Okay. Do we need a gun workbench to install that?
Workbench?
I told you never to call me that again. I hope they change cosmetically. I have to admit, that's like one of my favorite fucking things in Fallout 4 is changing up the guns and seeing how they change cosmetically. One of my least favorite things is how there's just like objectively guns that are better in that one. And like, well, I guess I'm gonna use the good gun rather than the bad gun here. Because I want
Oh,
to...
hey, I found a cosmetics tab in our journal.
Ooh.
I believe, as the host of the game, it's calling you the train conductor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, phenomenal. Oh, we can customize the rails appearance, I guess. Waiting on a mod that expands all the base game mods to get more of a variety instead of just this is better. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay, we can... Ooh, you know, if we research this, I think we get some stuff that we can use to actually upgrade the train a bit.
Ooh. This unstable chemical?
I don't know, let's see. Oh yeah, we want grease. So we want some unstable chemical to make grease. then we make the grease, and we can research this basic components too. Okay. I make it to grease. We should maybe get going, because,
Yeah.
Whoa! Yeah, I really like the train part of this game. I think it's fair to say the only part of this game that I am not enjoying is the fucking narrator.
Absolutely.
Like, everything else is really cool. Like, the visual design's great. Just this...
I want to warn you about something.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't want to be warmed
Past
by
the
anything about
creatures,
by
there
him.
are other, let's just say, hungry monsters.
Yeah, no shit, bud.
Now, it was playing kind of a Jaws-like pastiche there, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm back because he shut up yet. No. Oh, monster,
No.
fight off the shark. Oh.
Oh.
I love it when our journal is precognitive. Did you find it?
Nope. Oh, I found a resource nugget and I destroyed it just in time to not be able to reach any of them.
Our journal is Kunum. Or the other one. Was Kunum the manga? I think it was the manga, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Would love to kiss the shark, though. Yeah. Ooh, let's see if we get some bolts. Oh, Kunum is the shapeshifter, Toth is the manga. Of course. I knew I was getting that wrong.
Crap.
Oh, I need
Liz.
more. Thoth. Yeah, that's the one. That tracks,
Thoth.
actually. Begone, Thoth. I'm excited for this container rack. Is that just going to be better storage? What is... God, you're really something to look at.
You're one to talk.
Fair. Okay, so it's like for stacking our boxes. Where
Yeah,
is this shark?
yeah, I don't know.
Narrator's like, by the way, monsters. And like,
And the diary was like, yup, he's right for once, monsters.
oh,
I don't think he was right for once, actually.
yeah, Kunum and Thoth are Oingo Boingo brother stands. Me when Duke of Hatch's stream is 2 minutes late. Where's the shark? I am hurting. I'm gonna... I'm gonna eat whatever this is.
The organics.
Yeah.
It
Ooh.
does very little.
Wow, yeah, I scarfed down a bunch of it and it barely did anything.
We're gonna have to invent cooking at some point.
God, yeah. Love to eat organics.
There we go.
Oh, hey, speaking of, Kitchen 1.
God damn it!
Fuck me, they just ate all of our food! Fuck!
Just ate a bunch of weird raw flesh blobs.
Son of a bitch!
Ah.
Why'd you not have anything inside you? I shot you specifically for that purpose. Our nutrition spheres. Hey, can you take the brake off?
Surely.
I see more nutrition over here, I think. we're not cringe, we're not unslopped. We're
No.
based in slop build.
Wow. How much
What?
slop can you put in a pill, really?
I mean, what's the dosage on your estrogen?
What is it? Well, it's not slop, though, is the thing about it.
Aren't all things slop in the eyes of the Lord?
I'm gonna have to vote no on this one. I
Really?
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Look, I just think that if instead of wasting all their time with all that humors nonsense, we had decided that all matter is basically
Oh,
slop, we would be a lot
The
better
four
off.
slops.
Yeah. Everything changed when the fire slop attacked.
Oh,
Everything in the universe is either slop or dry. Exactly, you get it.
I have discovered cooking.
Thank God. And I have found a bunch of... Is that a house over there? And I've found a bunch of organics for us to cook, hopefully.
Huzzah.
Estrogen is technically a particle. Is it also a wave sometimes?
I prefer wave estrogen.
Estrogen wave.
You get that
Also-
in Meridia, I think. So you unlock that one.
Oh. Samus's special girl beam.
I kind of miss being able to mix and match beam effects like you could in Super Metroid. There's really no reason to ever like remove one or the other, but you could, and it was neat.
I know, it feels like that was maybe... I don't know, like... an artifact of earlier design?
Yeah,
Or, who knows, maybe it was just because, you know, we're all just trying to figure out game design in our own little ways.
and they never brought back the Spazer, which is a cool name for a cool laser beam. It did take me like 20 years to realize it was just a portmanteau of spread laser, but it's still a cool...
Is that what it's meant to be? Oh my god.
I think so.
I do like we can put down blueprints without having everything finish them.
That is nice. I didn't realize we could do that, and I like it.
Remember to spazer and user your pets. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna create a meal of slop, I guess.
Slot meal.
Oh. First I'm going to create meal of... I don't have any wood left.
I'm
Fine.
going to create meal of slop.
I was going to create meal of water slop.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a leech. You get off of there.
What
What?
was that? There was some weird organic looking shape underneath the train, and I shot it and it just kind of blinked out of existence.
Huh. Maybe that's the shark we're supposed to be fighting off.
That was a tiny, weird, bad shark.
Oh, was it maybe a leech that I just shot up?
Maybe. Oh, the water flask does not come with a flask.
So...
Sorry, that was a mistake.
So what do we do with the water?
I made one. It only costs ice, and you drink it, and it's food.
Fair enough. If only some kind of disembodied voice could explain what we saw. Oh, if only. Okay, how much better are girled organics for you? Double, twice as gooder.
That's pretty gooder.
Hmm.
Can you get those from the leeches?
I don't think so. I've just been kind of finding them in the world.
Same.
So, that's concerning.
Okay. Finding lots of ice. I'm just gonna. This is gonna be my diet.
Does
Diet
it
of ice.
actually restore your...
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, we can cook with fat. By which I mean used as fuel. So that's exciting.
Oh.
Wow, yeah, that just gives you 10% food. That's kind of good. Meatballs out of ice and Don't Starve? Oh my god. I could never quite get into Don't Starve, and I don't know why.
I played it only very briefly. You know, that does remind me though. I was looking for looking up a couple of things about Rod Serling the other day since we've been on our Twilight Zone kick, and found an absolutely unhinged interview, or at least a quote of his from an unhinged interview about the beginning of Twilight Zone, where he said his diet back then consisted chiefly of black coffee and fingernails.
Oh no! No! Oh, I don't like that.
It's evocative. Nothing else.
Oh. Oh. Oh, women, does your man just eat nothing but fingernails? Help him. Throw in cigarettes and you got yourself a writer's diet. You know? Hey, where the fuck's this shark? we had like...
God alone knows.
we had like the narrator being like, by the way, there are mean monsters in here. And their journal's like, yeah, bud, there's a shark. Fight it off. And there was
So mean.
a little snippet of Jaws-like music. And then just fucking nothing.
Just completely nothing.
This game is making fun of us. A diet for normal men. A diet for innocent men. Okay. Well, I don't know where this leather came from, but I'm using some of it to research Bandages? That seems good.
Leather bandages.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you got a cut on your skin, then I guess, like, putting more skin on it's probably...
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's station time.
Oh, hell yeah. We can also make a little garden, so I'm kind of excited by that. Fight the gaslighting shark is totally real. Ooh, we're close to getting an armory. That's probably what's going to let us use these mods.
Oh, yeah.
And we do now have a garden box. Well, here we go! Let's pickle!
Okie dokie.
I want to see the void plants as well. Okay. So, do you think we're gonna get shot at this one?
I'm gonna have to assume yes.
I'm still like, hey, did you fight that shark off yet?
It's really cool. We worked really hard on it.
I hope you enjoy the shark. There's an intricate gardening system, I'm gonna go insane over it. Oh, I hope there's some kind of well-developed gardening system. I want to have to do crop rotation on my shitty little train.
I don't want it to be like Raft where you just have beat boot. Beat boot boot beat.
Put on your fucking boot beat. Oh, you do actually take up space. I can't just walk through you.
Yeah, what the hell? I was trying to get through this door and I was like, no, my wife's hips are in the way.
Just kind of Three Stooging it. Now, do you think this is don't feed the creatures or do feed the creatures?
Well, there's not a circle and a line through it, so I'm gonna say do feed the creatures.
Do feed the creatures. It's fun.
Feed your monster friends.
Wash your hands.
Wash your face.
I want to play this slot machine so bad.
Ooh, this has fat for 2 chemical. I'm gonna get
Oh,
some
shit.
fat.
Hell yeah. Feed the creatures and wash your hands before and after feeding the creatures.
Ugh.
It
It laughed at me when I shot it.
The machine?
Yeah. Oh! It spat out free stuff.
Oh no, I think that was from that crate.
Oh. Never mind.
It's not laughing at me.
It laughed at me again.
I think you're
Am I
going
the only one who can hear the laughter?
you're
Oh,
going
no.
void crazy.
Oh no. Void sanity. Oh, I've got a weird pickup option for the cloaked thing again.
This isn't oh geez, this isn't just the same station as the last one, is it? It doesn't look the same. Oh, we got company though.
It seems to have been made from very similar pieces.
It does
Excuse
look
me.
extremely similar, yeah. Ow.
Basically, ow.
It's first signs of void madness. We're hearing a strange proper voice giving you advice. You know? And just constantly being like, shut up, voice.
Yeah, I'm kind of ouchie-selled and boo-boo pilled right now.
It's the best way you could have possibly put that, I think.
To your right, to your right.
To my right? Oh.
Hi. I love you.
I love you too! I nearly shot you in the goddamn face.
You've established that wouldn't have done anything.
I know.
Or maybe it does and I've already killed you and I'm just void mad.
Day one, shot my girlfriend, started hearing noises.
This guy's silly. Whoop! It didn't actually hit that, but okay.
Oh, I was shooting him as well.
Nice. Oh, what was that?
Revolver module.
Huh.
What exactly? Ooh, wow,
Can't
yeah.
help but notice you soaked all those up real good.
It's okay, I can drop some of them for you when we get back to the train. Day 2, I must kill the shark.
D3, there's definitely a shark. Is it you?
What?
Yep. How the hell did you get over there so fast?
Legs.
Man. Couldn't be me.
Okay, this is different from the other one, I think.
Oh, there's another sacrificial altar. With the same rune on it.
Huh, okay, maybe it's not that different after all. Why so much hate on the shark? The video game's telling us what to do.
Yeah.
Video game
We have
says
no
go
choice.
get that shark. Video game says would you kindly go get that shark, and we're like, yeah, okay. Boo.
I found explodey. I got explodey the explodies.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else of interest here. Chat wants to see the shark. I want to see the shark.
Me
We all
too.
want to see the shark. Yeah.
There's this fucking shark.
Game's like, hey, there's a shark. It's been teasing the shark for a whole dang platform.
Chumming our proverbial waters.
Okay, so we can upgrade the wagon if we get 2 iron bars and 2 pistons by the looks of it, which I'm kind of excited for.
Distance.
Yeah. Or,
Oh yeah, we can do those now. A forcer. Yep, that's what those are called. For sure.
oh my god, we can research a tub of Pringles.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry. Well, there's a bunch of iron coming up.
Sweet. Oh, I got some more leather from somewhere.
I will say the refueling could be a little bit easier on
It
these
feels like there's one more click than there needs to be.
things. Yeah.
Because I've backed out of that menu a bunch of different times when I've been trying to put some more fuel in the thing. Maybe it's easier on controller, I don't know, but yeah, it feels like there's could just do with one less click. Okay, so armory. 2 springs, 2 copper wire.
Did you make that piston?
I didn't yet.
I'm gonna make it.
Go for it. I think it's like, what is it?
Whoops.
Yeah, 2 pistons and 2 iron bars we need.
2 pistons, 2 iron bars.
Yeah. You know what they say, it's better to be pissed off than piston.
You do say that. Oh, you went very different places.
Oh, where were you going?
Stanford and Sons.
Oh, I think I went funny elephant walk.
Hello.
High law.
Go, 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 go. Forcer. Okay, let's see. Upgrade Wagon.
Oh, that did something.
What happened? Oh, it just gave it another thingy.
Oh, okay. Ah, meow, thank you for the head pats. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow. Oh, I can add another horn.
Ooh.
I'm not going to.
I think we need some wood to make these platforms good. Yeah, the head pats have returned and they are fixed and they work.
Yay.
Okay, 2 springs. And then we can do something about all these goddamn gun components that we've got.
Should we go? Are we done here?
I think so. Ooh, here we go. Whoa! So do you think we'll see the shark now, or is the game busted?
Yeah, have we caught up to the...
Oh! What was that?
What happened?
Oh, that's the shark!
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Smaller than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh god, put the brakes on real fast. I dropped all my shit.
Oh god. Heading towards the brakes.
Okay, I think I got it. The sharks get bigger? Cool.
Oh, cool. I saw your dead body out there.
Did we get it?
I think I might have... Oh no, there it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that did it. Sure enough.
Sweet. Oh, hey, and now the game's like, hey, research and build container rack 1. Oh, video game, you are so behind where we're at. We've gone
Yeah.
so far off the rails.
I
I knew you'd appreciate joke of trains.
did. Oh, I love a good joke of trains.
Okay, armory. Change old friend. Oh, I see. Okay. Long barrel friend. Basic barrel splint. Oh, that's kind of neat.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
Hey, I don't think the shark went. Okay. Just minding my own business, trying to do a thing with my gun. Yeah, the shark's the guy from the mug. Also, hydrate. Oh. Okay, right. Once again. Heavy frame service, which gives better reload speed, less stability. Oh, there's the shark again. Oh, hey, there's something up ahead.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, I think that did change up how that looked. Oh, shark
And
contains
these
much
are
meat.
dangerous creatures we seem to have encountered before.
You mean humans?
I think he means humans, considering we're getting peppered with bullets.
Completely insane person?
Oh, I'm getting shot up. Oh, jeez. Well, they're all nicely stacking up on that staircase, at least.
Yeah.
We're going to have
Come
to
to
stay
me
here a
through
little
fire
longer,
and
at least
war.
to clear the path.
I welcome you.
Arnold Laguni, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Is it weird this is kind of making me crave Fallout? No,
I
no, I
can
don't
see
think
it.
so. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Another void traveler.
Oh, we try. Yeah, we're kind of enjoying this so far. Like, oh. Video game toilet. Cannot be flushed.
Boo.
Unfortunate news.
Oops.
You're wanted at every post.
What did
Oh,
you do?
No, no,
Jax, I
wait.
did something.
That's not you. It's a scientist accused of stealing classified
you do?
documents and artifacts.
There was a
That's what he
There's a
looks
big
like.
glowy thing, and I kind of pulled on it, and I think it broke itself.
Where? Goonie.
Well, I'd say
Noted.
follow the shining golden cable, but it's not doing that anymore on the account of it broke itself.
I think the battery fell off.
Yeah, it was its own fault.
Okay. Got a note. Okay. There is definitely a very interesting story that's developing here.
Just told in the worst possible way.
I wish the narrator would shut up.
We feed him to the shark.
Yeah, I was a little
Speaking
concerned
of, by the way, we can both definitely hear that, like, abyssal grumbling in the background of something far greater than we've ever laid eyes on before.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, great.
Oh, well, thank you, Goody. Take care.
Thank you.
Hey, this is a new shark, I think.
Piss.
Some tiny interactables. I think that was just like switches to turn, lamps to turn on and off.
Yeah, you can play with lamps. Okay, I want to try this.
Yeah, do it.
Armory up. The old friend. Grip, heavy grip.
Oh, it's damaged. How do we fix things?
What's damaged?
I think our workbench is damaged a little bit.
Oh no. Ah, the boastful friend I have now. Cool.
I have the complacent friend, though it's spelled a bit weird. There we go. Okay. I am excited for making our train bigger and gooder.
Yeah, I want it to be train shaped.
Yeah. I saw in the trailer that we can make...
Oh shit, my foot!
Are you being sharked?
Yep.
Well, I think it went away. Be glad we don't have the complete friend. What was I doing? Oh yeah, container rack. Oh, it's finished. Okay, good.
Excuse us.
Cook and eat grilled organics.
Way ahead of you, but also yes. Ding dong?
Ding dong?
Did you hear ding dong?
No. Did you?
Yeah?
Oh. Get the fuck off our boat. Train. Whatever. Okay, gotta find some more wood.
I have, by the way, put paneling in this new segment of ours.
Bless you. Was that you, or should I be worried?
It was me.
Okay.
But also shark.
It's probably fine. Yeah, do you see that some of these have, like, percentages and hammers on them?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll work that out at some point.
Yeah. We've invented bandages for us. Maybe we'll invent bandages for the train.
Boo train bandage. Okay, I'm gonna put some of these components into here. I hope we can get a bigger container at some point, because man.
Yeah, those are terrible.
Mhm. It's a survival crafting game. We've got to hoard everything that's not nailed down.
Exactly. We need to have at least one full stack before we can start using anything. We always need a full stack.
We can't throw anything away ever. Much like in Raft
No.
with our fucking filing cabinets full of palm leaves.
Our titanium filing cabinets that we needed.
To make these containers bigger, you've got to make them out of titanium. Normal.
That shark's about to
Uh-huh.
shark itself.
Oh.
So we better be ready to reap whatever benefits we might sow from destroying the local ecology.
Apparently a lot of meat. Starting containers in vintage story? Yeah, kind of actually.
She comes again.
The shark?
Yep. Out behind this mountain.
Great dambages. Ooh, you should give it another shot, Julie. Vintage Story is extremely good. Like, it keeps
Yeah.
getting updated, and you know, we've always been a little bit surprised by some of the new stuff we've seen. Like, the seasons were added a fair bit ago now, I guess, but that was such a huge sea change to how the game operates.
Mm-hmm.
It was just phenomenal. Oh, you've not heard of it, Faye? It's
Oh, it's so good, Faye.
it's Minecraft with more of a focus on, well, kind
Homesteading.
of homesteading and like, what the fuck? Neolithic tools and such like. So like, there's a heavy focus on like making stuff out of clay, and there's like voxel-based clay forming mechanics, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it should be noted the crafting is a lot more interactive. You make bread and watch it cook in an oven, and make pies and design the tops of your pies.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sculpting with clay, flint knapping. It's if it sounds vaguely even like your alley, it definitely is. It's such a good game. I honestly have had a hard time. It is very Minecraft. It was made by people who worked on mods for Minecraft that we always get wrong, so I'm not even going to try to say the right
Yeah,
one now. Oh, it died.
we-
It died. 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 It died.
We always say that it was like Terra Firma Craft or something, but it wasn't. It was something different, but kind of like that. Okay, where is it?
It's over here-ish, I think. But there's so many nice little things about that game that I keep wishing were in Minecraft whenever I go back to it. Oh yeah, it's full of leather and fat. Hell yeah.
RL Craft. I think that might be it.
Maybe. Okay, other way. Oh, I don't have enough space for this piece of fat.
Oh shoot, I'm coming. Does it have like an inventory inside it, or is it...
No, it was just kind of free floating there. I must have got it.
It also has a very robust modding community, and like modding was one of the first things the dev considered. You know, kind of figures because they came from a Minecraft modding background, and they didn't want modding their game to be a fucking hellscape like Minecraft can be. Yeah, 100% recommend it. We did. Oh shit! Hey, yeah, that is a tail of some big fish. Look to.
Oh yeah, I can see one further. Oh boy. Oh, it's got marbles.
Yeah, there's a big one and a little one.
Void catfish.
A huge one and a little one. Don't shoot at it. It could
I
destroy
just
us.
wanted to get its attention. Even wanted to say hi.
Love a big beastie in the distance. Me too.
The last time we really got into it was it just after they introduced a bunch of ways to brew alcohol and stuff?
It was, because our last big stream of it was Vintage Story, but the stream doesn't end until we brew alcohol.
What a stream that was.
Oh my god, yes. It was a long one. Use bandages, but I don't need to, video game.
I do.
Oh,
My
excellent.
blood hurts.
Let me put the bandages in this chest then. There we go.
Love to bandage. Ah.
I do enjoy swimming through the void to get stuff.
Yeah.
Admittedly, Raft's whole mechanic of throwing the hook out to get stuff is just so much more iconic.
I
and
thought
fun.
we had like a grappling hook. Maybe we get one later.
Oh, probably.
But I feel like I remember that being a thing here.
I think you're right. I think that's probably going to show up at some point. You get one later. Excellent.
Good.
Oh, research and build the garden. That's right, we were going to build the fucking garden. Ooh, I just need another bolt to make the garden. Snapling hook.
Oh.
The trailer for this game is very good. It does have one weird moment that's just extremely video games, where you see the player character slap a oh, we don't have seeds for the organics. Interesting. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, it had one moment where there was the player character was getting into a fight, and they just slap a armor plate onto their chest, and then another one, and that feels really odd.
It's one for each move.
Yeah.
Dave's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, I love a good horn to honk.
I love a good horn.
The narrator's been awful quiet lately.
You just jinxed us. So bad.
Looks promising.
Shit!
At least on the outside.
Why were you shooting at me?
Because you brought him back.
Definitely can't open it with a hammer this time. You need a key.
Well, let me use the keypad. The code's obviously 0451.
Is it?
It's
Oh, right.
it's a reference to video games. You wouldn't understand.
What's video games?
They're games that are interactive.
That are video. Why would I do that when I could just go into the real void on a real train with you? That we're doing in real.
Have you
sure.
Have you heard about video games?
Have you heard of the high games?
There's a certain thing that's getting legalized in your area at some point that
Yeah, hot legals in my area. Oh, wow, that was a bad thing to say.
yeah, that was possibly the worst combination of words you could have said.
Jax, my blood. My blood feels really bad.
Eat a bandage.
I don't have one.
I gave you 2. There was 2 in the
I ate
chest.
them.
Oh wow. Your blood was feeling pretty bad, huh?
Yep.
God. I finally started playing Deathloop after...
Oh, my blood!
Oh dear. Oh, you die.
Ah,
Blood fell off.
blood fell off. Well, so there's no help your buddy respawn mechanic.
Speaking of... Ow! Oh, I die, I live, I die again. Or something like that.
Shiny and brass?
Yeah. Go for that. Why can't I pick that up? Video to game. You know what? Fuck it. It's only regular quality. Shiny and titanium like our filing cabinets. Yeah. Oh, you're not my girlfriend! Ooh. I think that was a gambler token.
Oh. A rambler? A gambler?
Yeah.
A backbiter?
Several of those things. Video games, but the letter M doesn't exist. Video games.
Oh.
Do headshots not do anything? Not
They-
sure. Either
They do. They do more damage, but they're not
Okay.
like super kill.
Yeah.
They seem to do about double damage.
I think there's a green weapon mod around here somewhere. Did you get that?
I did find one, yeah.
Awesome.
The Hustler Grip.
Oh.
Okay. I have acknowledged my corpse. Why is that not going away?
I don't know. It just
Made peace with my death.
it just doesn't. It just stays
Yeah.
there.
I'm ready to move on. Well, I want to, I guess, run back and kit out my gun, huh?
Do it.
Thankfully,
yeah.
we don't need like Titanite shards or some bullshit to upgrade these.
God, what's Titanite shards from again?
It's a Dark Souls.
Oh.
You remember that fun time we had playing Dark Souls 1 together?
Oh, hello, trains.
Terrains.
Turinos. Where are you?
I'm back at our train.
Come to me through fire and war.
Yeah, well. Wow, these were some bullshit upgrade pieces. I'm gonna stick the green one in here.
Oh. Are you putting the green one on your gun?
It's exactly the same as the one that I had already.
Oh. That's
It's
peculiar.
pretty bullshit.
I hope we get to grind these up at some point.
Yeah, now where are you?
I went back to the thing to see where the green upgrade piece was.
Oh,
Now, where are you?
I went back into the place to find you.
Did you go towards your corpse? That was the wrong way. Here, come to me. Trains.
Wow. Ah. Wow.
Dare I say void trains.
Wow.
Inspect the desk.
Looks like our little train is ready to grow.
What? What does that mean?
Gonna inject our train with hormones. Train growth hormones.
Wagon plort fans.
I think I went to school with the wagon plort fans.
Yeah? What were they voted most likely to do in your yearbook? I would like to know this.
Oh, become the subject of an obscure joke on twitch.tv.com.
Well, at least some of us can live up to our dreams.
You sound upset and regretful.
Were you ever voted most likely to something in one of those?
No. I think our school had a yearbook, but it was like only for 6th years, and I left to go to university in my 5th year. Well, after my 5th
Fair
year.
enough.
Because I was like, oh, I don't want to hang around here anymore. This has been a nightmare.
I'm pretty sure my grade school did stuff like that in their yearbook, so
Look
I was
at our
definitely
big
the
train.
most likely to
They
something.
always grow up so fast.
What do you mean, uh-oh? What was the uh-oh for, narrator?
I thought I heard him say uh-oh.
Anyway, I literally have no memories of that far back in my life. It feels like sometimes, so I couldn't tell you what it was. Just that it was probably something.
Most likely to something. Leave the depot.
Ah!
So, I think that might actually be not a bad place to wrap up for the night. Because the time has flown by.
It really has.
So, I'm gonna save the game. Save the game. My final message. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. That's a good game. Shame about the narrator.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, maybe it'll get better with time. Who knows? Oh,
Maybe they'll get rid of him.
yeah. I don't know if we're coming back to that right away. I would kind of be up for doing a couple more streams of that at least.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah,
I at least want to get a train-shaped train.
that's true. Me too. So, thank you all for coming along. It's been lovely seeing you all here, and thanks for hanging out. We're going to
Yeah.
find someone to raid. And I think it's going to be Melody Burst, who's currently doing some Resident Evil Revelations.
Wow.
We're going to be back on Sunday with some more Control, so look forward to that. It's probably going to go on for a fair bit, that stream, because, we're trying to wrap some things up before Pride Month hits.
Swiftly approaching.
Yeah. What's our raid phrase? Omniscient narrator that won't shut up.
What particular thing has he said that is quote worthy? I guess nothing.
Was it boo, it's all grown up, or something like that? What was it?
Uh-oh, it's all grown up.
There we go. There's our raid phrase. Uh-oh, it's all grown up. Good luck explaining that to Melody. And y'all take care. Always lovely to stream for you. And we'll see you on Sunday. A
see you then.
goodbye. Mwah.
Wow.